Kia ora everyone, it's very good to catch up with you again. Look, I want to start this particular video chat off by reminding us all how important it is that we support the food banks in our area. Recently I was able to drop off groceries from people who'd contributed them and left them at my office on the Mana Esplanade, took those to St Vincent de Paul in Porirua East and also up to the Kapiti Food Bank in Kapiti. They were as grateful as they always are, and they told me, as we know, that the demand on their supplies is higher this year. It's been very difficult times, and so they're very grateful for any contributions that any of us can make. So I was really disappointed to learn that the Salvation Army in Waitangirua, their office and their food bank had been broken into and some items stolen, but also just vandalism of the food, the rice, the flour in the food bank. That was very, very disappointing. But the Salvation Army, with their usual resilience and optimism, have, resignedly moved on from that and are continuing to help the people most in need. So I encourage you, if you are able to give even just a little, then please do support your local food bank. Now, I also had the opportunity to visit the Women's Lifestyle Expo at the TSB Arena. There were a huge number of stalls there and a lot of people patronising them, and the most exciting part of it was that they were examples of women in business for themselves, selling lifestyle products, selling services from dentistry to makeup to food to clothes to jewellery to analysis on health and nutrition and so forth. And they had a lot of clients, or prospective clients, who visited their stalls. So that was great, and I was really pleased to see it and be a part of it. Because as you'll know, as Minister of Women's Affairs, I'm very keen to see how we can support women to become economically independent, how we can support more women into leadership and onto boards. And this very day we received a report from Goldman Sachs which talked about if we harness all the qualifications of energy of women into the New Zealand labour market, we can lift our productivity by 10%. So I'm very keen to see how we might be able to do that. Now, I want to talk about a couple of things that I've talked about before. The first is in terms of the services offered by the Kenepuru Hospital in Porirua and funded by the CCDHB. There seems to be a persistent rumour that the services are going to be cut. They are not. I have written to the Chief Executive of the Capital Coast District Health Board. She has written back confirming that services will be maintained. Indeed, we've seen a significant increase in the number of elective surgeries there. We've seen a decrease in the waiting time for treatment for cancer patients. We have seen that they have been able to conduct more neurological assessments, and so I want you to be assured that there is no intention to cut the services being offered by the Kenepuru Hospital. The second thing I want to quash is the idea that funding for play centres is going to be cut. There has been a task force that's reported on early childhood options to the Minister of Education. Submissions have been called for and closed this week, and the Minister of Education, Anne Tolley, will be considering those. But there is no plan to cut funding to Play Centre, and I personally am extremely pleased about that because I, of course, am a Play Centre graduate, and it gave me a very strong start in life. And the thing that I want to end off with is encouraging you to go to the website that will help you determine whether you can make more savings in your home power bill. Now, that website is www.whatsmynumber.org.nz. You will have seen it advertised on TV. It's that slightly silly advertisement where there's a yellow sticky on the forehead of a person with a number, a dollar figure on it, and that's the dollar figure that household can potentially save. We know that just on 400,000 visitors have gone to this website, that nearly 30,000 switches between the current company to another company have occurred. So basically you answer 4 very simple questions. On the basis of that, the website tells you whether you might be able to make a saving or whether it's likely that you're already on the best possible deal from your power company. If you are able to make a saving, you can transfer straight away to another website called PowerSwitch, and it gives you choices in our area, in the Mana electorate, of the companies you can go to where you might be able to save more on your power bill for your home. So that's a great opportunity. Please do take advantage of it. Keep warm over the remaining winter weeks. Hei kona.